Hello viewers, today we are going to be refurbishing a set of Uniden TRU9280-3 telephones. These aren't particularly dirty, they just mostly have discoloring on the buttons from accumulation of who knows what. So we'll get that cleaned off. A little bit of dirt in the sides, but not too much. Should come clean pretty easily. Base is generally in good condition as well, it's just a little bit dusty, so we'll get that all cleaned out. And look at the other two handsets, well, they're largely the same. I think this one's probably the worst. It's got some dirt accumulating around the screen as well. These cradles are quite clean. There's not much of anything to be done with these except wipe them out. I've never been inside one of these telephones before, so this should be interesting to see what's in there. Now, I guess these are part of the TRU series, but they're not part of the PowerMax series. So I'm curious to know whether or not they have a paddle antenna or just some regular old wire. They're fairly heavy up at the top, so it leads me to believe that they do have some substantial transmitting capabilities and are relatively well built, but we'll find out soon enough. Looks like we got 4 screws down here, which is out of the ordinary. Okay, it looks like they do have a paddle antenna, which is nice, and a fairly sizable speaker too. So, I suppose perhaps, perhaps they don't carry the PowerMax name or software, but I think they are largely comparable as far as physical components. Can't tell, is there anything else holding this board in? I guess, oh yeah, those 2 screws are holding it in. Okay, so it looks like we have the same old weird design where the center navigation button does not carry through the paper, and so that's one of the reasons why it tends to fail, because this button doesn't get pressed straight down, it's kind of on the side, and so it wears out. And of course it'd be a lot easier to replace if they had the buttons on here, plus you wouldn't have the issue of the, well, anyways, that's a whole different story and a ridiculous design. I guess they're not quite as nice as the PowerMax phones, because you can see we don't have the gold-plated contacts. We just have the regular carbon or whatever it is on there. The boards actually look kind of simple, which I guess would make sense given these are relatively simple phones. Some of these soldering joints are pretty cold. You have the button board and the center navigation button and the front piece. So we'll go ahead and clean all this off, and then we'll come back on the video. Alright, while that first handset is drying, let's take a look at another one. It looks pretty much the same as the other one did. Nothing too nasty, and you're just a lot of that white stuff accumulating on the buttons. Okay, we have the first thing has been cleaned and dried, the second one is now drying. Going to clean the button boards off here, and then we'll put the first handset back together and take a look at how it came out. Oh, I just realized these don't even have backlit buttons. These must have been some kind of a budget model. Oh dear. Alright, let's get this first handset put back together now. Why is that? Why is there all dirt on there? That was strange. Okay. I'll power up the base so we can just get a test here. Seems to be working. Okay. Alright, that is ready to go. Take a look at how it came out. Okay, I'm going to go take care of these other two. I'm not going to get these on video because it's just the same thing redundant at this point. But I will. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the base. Screw holes are actually big enough to fit the bit in there. That's kind of unusual. I'm not exactly sure where this splits. Looks like there's going to be a clip somewhere in the middle here. There we go. This is a reasonably well designed base. We have the antenna here, speaker there, and then the main board is in the back half of it. Buttons here. Okay. That's all good. We'll get that cleaned up. And now we got to get, actually, wait a minute. That was not the antenna. I stand corrected. The antenna was situated behind here, which is kind of dumb. This is the button board. Okay. Another ribbon keel behind here. Got some pretty substantial capacitors on there. this is the transmitter antenna. Okay, go get this stuff washed off, and we'll be close to wrapping up this video. Alright, I think I finished this just in time because we just had a couple of brownouts, and so I guess that'll be the last project for today, because I don't want to get stuck in a situation where I got something covered in soap and water and trying to solder something and power goes out and then it's the end of it. So this will be the last video for today, I think, unless I come across another project to do that doesn't require immediate completion. So the base is all cleaned out. Let's get this put back together now. Hopefully I don't have to do this in the dark, but with the way it's been trending, that is a possibility. It's starting to get dark out now. It's almost 5:30. Oh no. Probably should go around and unplug some appliances soon, because the brownouts they're not good. You can really damage things like compressors and other large appliances. But this is a pain in the rear. No, that's not good. There appears to be water in there. Let's get that out of there. We weren't having the electricity freak show. I would have let this sit for a little bit longer, but we're having the electricity freak show. Oh, jeez. I goofed something up here. That's not supposed to go on yet. The little microphone thing has to go in first, because there's no conceivable way to get to those screws now. No, you can't even see anyways. Oh well. Well, now you can kind of see it. Oh, we should probably clean these contacts too before I put this away. Okay. Connect this ribbon cable and that should be it. Oh, dirt. It doesn't go there. It goes here. I'm going to test this out before I put the screws in, because this was kind of difficult to get apart.
One old message. One old message. End of messages. Ringer. Signal. Answering system is off. No messages.
Okay, I'm just going to take this across the house and make sure the distance is there. Seems to be operating normally. So, actually we can take the battery out of this. That's done now. Screw this back together. go into these cradles here and just clean the charge contacts in here, and then we're going to be all finished. Okay. You really have to kind of push your luck with these, getting them back into place. Okay. That looks good. Okay, perhaps there's something not right about this. Oh dear. That wasn't good. I guess that's the easier way to clean them. Oh well. They seem a little bit bent. I noticed that when they were sitting in the cradle, it seemed like the contacts were a little bit crooked. It doesn't really matter, so I'm just going to leave it be. But I find that very odd. I guess they snap in place like that. It seems awfully ridiculous, but I guess that's what it is. Alright, there's working. It seemed like this one was kind of dim in comparison to charge lights. No, I guess they're not. Okay, never mind. It's just an illusion. Alright, well that's that. These are now ready to go. Thank you for watching. Comment, subscribe, and out.